see my version.
We
Uh,
see your version.
So it's got notes and stuff too.
Yep.
Uh,
About now.
there you go.
yep.
Okay. Uh, thanks everybody for being here. Today we're going to be talking about American Electrical. It's going to be your just basic industrial electrical components. Um, so first I wanted to ask you, your customer. Okay. I forgot to add that this is going to be for a distributor.
Okay.
So I'm sure you all have customers. They all have a whole bunch of different people they got to call when they need all sorts of different things, and it gets real confusing. A lot of stress. A lot of who do I call for this? Who do I call for that? Um, so what if we can just make that easier for them? One call, that's all. By the way, just side note, in South Louisiana, this would definitely get a laugh because everybody knows who this
Yeah,
is.
that guy's on every billboard.
Yeah, on every billboard down here. So y'all might
That's
not
the
get it,
best
but
smile.
down here they will.
You can put your face on a billboard all over the state, and that's the best smile you got.
It's been like that since I was a kid. So yeah, nobody's told them that. Anyway, um, so so what if you can make it their life just so much easier? Have just especially like for the little things. I'm not talking about the big expensive thousands of dollars things, but all the little things that we take for granted. We don't really put a lot of thought into. But hey,
Represent.
got to have it. So what if you can make your customer's life that much easier, um, and just give them one person they call and they get everything they want. So if you could do that for them, I think you'll be best friends with them and really improve that relationship. So with your customers, you think of your customers as a pie. You get a lot of stuff from them, or they get a lot of stuff from you. Cooling, your drives, CPTs, transformers, screens, HMIs, as well as the enclosures, PLCs, and networking. And yeah, those are the big ticket items, but you're already working with those customers. You don't have to, completely rebuild a new relationship to bring American Electrical into that. So, let's let uh let's let them, help you get the rest of that pie and what you know, make some more money, because I mean, let's be honest, you know, we're all in this for the money. And I don't think anybody really does this job because if we weren't getting paid, would you really be doing this? So let's let's get as much money out of that customer as you can. That you put in all that time and effort to build that relationship. Let's make sure you've got it optimized and making you as much money as possible. So your customers are panel shops, and you're always selling them. These are just pictures I found. I don't know exactly what all these components are, but networking, probably some drives, some transformers, like we said, maybe even some PLCs, stuff like that. Uh, you're always selling them this stuff, some more drives, and that's a good bit of stuff. But what about all this? This stuff. They got to be getting that from somewhere. So let's figure out how we can do that. So um, one thing to really keep in mind is American Electrical's motto is think inside the box. What what's in that box. Let's make sure everything in there that um, you know get everything we possibly can in that box. So what is what does American Electrical have to offer? Let's see. They got circuit breakers, DIN rail mountable. They'll be available in UL 1077, 489, 489A, both AC and DC versions. And terminal blocks are big, as you saw in those pictures. They all use tons of terminal blocks. American Electrical carries the Clemson brand. They're all DIN rail mountable. They're gonna save you time, space, money. Come in single deck, double decker, triple decker. Like I said, everybody uses them. They're gonna have all your internationally approved and recognized certificates and certifications and all that. And they also carry all your screw, tension, clamp type. They're pretty much gonna have something um, for everybody, and they'll have all the accessories that come with that. With your end blocks, all the little doodads that go along with that. Next is power distribution box, and like I said, this is all stuff all your panel shops are gonna need this stuff. Contactors, power supplies. They're gonna have all different sizes of that. DIN rail, everything's DIN rail mountable, so might as well sell them the DIN rails as well. Different sizes and types of disconnect switches, cable grips. That's another big thing that's used, and I could probably put 100 different pictures up here of all the different types of cable grips, but I'll save you that torture. But they'll pretty much have every material, size, shape, angles, all that your customer would need. Your printed circuit board, terminal blocks. Again, that's stuff everybody needs, all different sizes of that. One of the new things they actually just added is your molded case circuit breakers. These are all thermomagnetic. They will come in 15 to 1200 amps, 600 volts AC. It's going to be suitable for branch circuit protection, and they are going to be UL 489 listed for use in UL 508 control panels. So that's, like I said, that's something that they just added, and could be very, very good for your customers. Fuse holders, I know a lot of those have been hard to find. They'll have all your different types and sizes of those as well. Surge arresters, as you saw in those pictures of the panels, wire ducts. That's something everybody likes to keep their box nice and tidy and clean. So they're going to use a whole bunch of wire duct, the comb type, with or without the covers, different heights, widths, and all that that they'll need. And they're going to use a whole bunch of that, so they keep that in stock. So let's get those out to your customers. Wire ferrules. Again, you don't want stray wires, frayed wires around, shorting stuff out. So everybody's going to use the wire ferrules. Make sure you got good connection. They also, forgot that, they're also going to have all your different tools for crimping those, both hand type, automatic type, stripping, cutting wires, all your basic hand tools and wire prep tools that you'll need. They'll have that available as well. And zip ties. Everybody thinks, oh, just zip ties, but these are the Cadillac of zip ties. They're double metal teeth, good secure hold, and they also have what are called detectable zip ties, which if any of your customers are building panels, they're going to go in any kind of food manufacturing. All that stuff has to be X-rayed. Make sure no foreign substances or materials have gotten into the food. So they actually carry these zip ties that, even though they are plastic, and don't ask me how it works. I know it does. Is these zip ties will show up on that X-ray and make sure there's nothing in that food that you don't want in there. So with all that being said, and I like to keep it short and sweet, and there's nothing earth shattering about any of this, but it's all stuff that your customers are need and that they use. So, what are who are some of your customers that we can get with to you know finally get that last piece of the pie that you're not getting now?
Well, I think with the zip ties being able to be detected, we have to hit all our food processing customers.
Yeah, let's get them. What are you selling them now? And I don't expect you, Paul, to actually. Well, I guess you might have an answer for that, but
That's the 4X Extreme and Fannenberg would be when things are booming, the big two in that industry.
yeah. Like I said, I didn't really even know those zip ties really existed till we brought on American Electrical, but it's definitely something that they'll really need to use. And yeah, one zip tie is not a whole lot of money, but they're probably using thousands of these things. So let's get that pie.